Alright, guys, give me 1 second. 1 second. Let's get a video capture. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all mind. Hit that like button. Share if you can. I'd be most grateful for that if y'all can share the video. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I got some stuff that I actually want to talk about today. I know I hadn't, been very active on my channel, that much because I just been just so busy. Of course, these past couple of years, my YouTube channel. It's just I don't know, man. It may have something to do with this algorithm that got me so very discouraged to make more content because, YouTube was making room for the big name celebrities, to have them a platform, rolling the red carpet out for these guys. And small channels like me, they was taking subs away and people not getting notified, stuff like that. It just discourages people to do content. But I guess I won't say that's the only reason why. It's just of course I'm dealing with a 2-year-old, and of course he's been a handful, and I'm not gonna just sit up here and lie, and tell you that I have I got the energy to do what I used to do, but I'm trying, and I will try my best to make more content for y'all guys. Even though I done lied a billion times to say I was gonna come back to YouTube, and some of y'all guys DMing me, want to know what's going on. You say you're gonna come back, and I miss your rant videos, I miss your fuckboy Fridays, I miss doing content like that as well too. But like I say, man, it is what it is, and I guess right now I'm trying to fix my camera. Okay, let's fix it. Okay. So let's get some more people here. You got any questions? Put them in the chat. And I do want to do some Q&As, y'all guys. I want to talk about, fanboys as well, because this Digital Foundry situation, and I had no issues with Digital Foundry. I just have the issue with toxicity that's going on in the gaming community. And it's like nobody can't even enjoy playing the game. They can't even enjoy doing nothing because of a 2 or 3 frame rate difference, and it's too much, guys. It's too much, and that's part of the reason why I just don't want to do content like I used to, because it's so toxic, guys. I'm just being honest. It's so toxic, but I'm here. I'm still gonna do videos, and I got more time on my hands right now. Because once again I am laid off again, and it's just not hadn't. This past couple years it just hadn't been that good in my field of my career. The work is slow, and and I had choices to work out of town, and I'm like, I can't do my family like this. I got children, and I can't just leave my baby, my wife, my kids at the home. I don't want to go to different states. That's why I'm hustling right now. I'm doing other things right now. If you paying attention on my Discord, me and my wife, actually she got me started on designing shirts, and and doing welcome board signs that you see outside the houses. And I told y'all a lot of times my wife, she's into arts and crafts, and she loves this type of stuff. And I told her that, hey, you need to make this a job or a career. So right now we're making steps trying to get that into fruition. And my daughter, she actually created a website for us, and I'm not gonna tell y'all what's the name of it, not just yet, because we're still working on it, and it's under construction. And right now we're building our portfolio. on this type of the stuff we're trying to sell. And no, I'm not selling copyrighted stuff on my website. That's for something else. Like, it's just customized shirts and whatever, customized jeans, however we want it designed, customized boards. We trying to do other things. Like, I forgot what the name of this deal is, but we got this Cricut machine. It like I think if you want like a picture of your family, but in puzzle pieces, the Cricut machine actually does that. So I'm learning on other things about this, because I actually do want to make this a business within a year from now, and I'm working a lot right now. That's why you hadn't seen as much as of me lately, because I've been on the grind. So, but I still want to do the YouTube thing, and I still want to interact with y'all guys. And like I say, man, that's just my little short story on why I really hadn't been active like I used to. Some people like, only time you do videos is when you do your podcast with your buddies. Like, I kind of miss just you doing your own videos, do some solo videos, do some rants. I just want to hear you. And I understand that as well. Like I said, I gotta make time for that, and I'm trying to make time. I actually do got a lot of time, so I'm gonna try to do more of this. I guess coming up. So I guess if y'all give me a favor, then hit that like button, share if y'all can. What's up, Chariot Man? What's up, Peach? What's up, CVL? What's up, Trill? Let's get some more people here, man. Please get some more people. I kind of miss the days when we had 50 plus watching, or I think the most I had during the live stream was like around 90. We almost hit that 100 mark. Then that's when I had my son. My son, he about to be 3 years old, basically in 3 more weeks. His birthday is February 15th, so that's like 3 more weeks from now. So yeah, like he's not he's not a baby no more. He's still a toddler, but them stages I went through with him, that's why I had no energy, man. I really had no energy. I understand how my boy Amazu feels when I be trying to get him to do podcasts with me, because this dude right here, that dude got like about 3 babies on him one trying to do a podcast, man. God damn, dude got a football team over there, man. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, you said family comes first. Yeah, family always comes first. Yeah, when Nick gonna make that transition? I know he's talking about he's working on it. Since y'all getting very close. So when are y'all planning on moving in together, Peach? Frozen Magma said, if Microsoft raised their price, Sony would have raised theirs, and hence gamers can stand. Yeah. I was gonna talk about that too. Yeah, because I got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about the fanboys, the drama. Talk about, of course, the Microsoft thing is the bread and butter of this, because I was a little bit disappointed on what I heard yesterday, and I'm like, this is not the Microsoft that I've been praising the past couple of years, because if y'all remember, I was basically doing a lot of rant videos about the decisions that Microsoft was making with canceling all these games, giving us mediocre games. We felt that they was basically on the verge of getting out the console business, because they just wasn't trying anymore. Let's just be real. After Halo 5 came out, or Gears 4, it was probably Halo 5. I think the year Halo 5 came out, I believe Rise of the Tomb Raider came out that same year. It was like time exclusive. As far as having a decent year of exclusive on the Xbox, I think it was back in 2015, and for like 4 or 5 straight years, it's been so bad. Like, of course, Gears 5 came out. Of course, Gears 4 came out a year, I think 2016, but that was like the only good game we got. Then Gears 5 came out 2018, so the only 2 good games we got in basically a 5-year span, my opinion, was Gears 4 and 5. Like, everything else was trash. Didn't like Sea of Thieves. It was trash. Is it trash now? I heard that it's a really great game, because all the constant updates that they get, and they have a massive player base, and people love it. State of Decay, not my cup of tea. it just didn't hit me. And of course, it got reviewed. The reviews was mediocre with all that. It's just Microsoft would just keep feeding us mediocrity. They was not giving us what Sony, that Sony type of experience. And one thing I can say about Sony, they do give us really great games. But one thing Sony should learn from Microsoft is do more online multiplayer games, because I can give that to Microsoft. They do give us a really great variety of online multiplayer games. Well, I guess me personally, I'm more of a single player gamer than online multiplayer. So it's kind of funny because I'm more of an Xbox dude, and I enjoy more single player games, but Xbox is my main console. But I play PlayStation just for the single player games. It's kind of, it is what it is. But it just, Xbox has always been my main console since day one. Since was it 2000? I believe it was 2001 when it came out, and I worked my ass for it because I was doing chores. I think I was a freshman. 2001. Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. It was either a freshman or a sophomore. I'm trying to remember. I think I was 15 or 16 at that time. But yeah, I was doing a lot of chores, doing yard work. I was busting my ass, and my dad, he went ahead and bought me one because he said I deserved it. So yeah, I earned an Xbox. I worked for it. So I enjoyed my Xbox One, the original Xbox, the OG Xbox. I enjoyed the Sega games that was on there because Microsoft and Sega got that deal. Of course, they had the Sega GT, and I actually enjoyed the Sega GT games. It's kind of weird that Sonic Adventure 2 didn't come on the Xbox, but it was on the GameCube. I don't understand that. Maybe Microsoft and Sega, Nintendo and Sega maybe had some type of deal with that. But you got the was Jack Garand Radio, House of the Dead, with 3. Like I enjoyed myself with a lot of Sega games on the OG Xbox. Of course, you got the Blink's Time Sweeper, that I enjoyed on the Xbox. Was it Conker's Bad Fur Day? I think I played that one on the Xbox. Like I had of course, Halo, the big one, Halo 1 and 2. That was the big one. I really fell in love with Xbox because to me that was my one of my best gaming generations as a kid, because I enjoyed the Xbox console. Of course, since Sega got out the console business, and I just transitioned to the Xbox gamer. It is what it is. I've never been a PlayStation gamer until the PS4. But I just go with the games are at. What the good games are at. But let's get started on the fanboy topic. He said, "Real, don't forget to talk about the Indiana Jones, Ubisoft, Star Wars game." I don't know if I want to talk about that. Maybe I say something about it because I do still want to do the podcast tomorrow. So it's just so much I want to say, just me, because I do not want to turn this to a 2 to 3 hour. It's because it's just me talking, But let's start off with fanboys, man. Like it's just so. It's so discouraging, and it's I don't even know how to explain this right now. Like when I first got my YouTube channel, I was all up in the console wars. I was just making these rant videos, doing back and forth videos with certain individuals and this and that. And I'm 33 and I'm turning 34 in March. So about 7 years on YouTube, like I evolved from a lot of this stuff, man. Like it's just sad that you got people that's either my age or older than me, and there's a lot of people that's in their 40s that's subscribing to the fuckery, the foolery of console wars. Like it doesn't make sense to want to bash a whole entire game company based off of a 2 frame rate difference of certain games. Like when they was doing comparisons with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X with multiplayer games, multi-plat games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You got I'm not sure Watch Dogs. I don't remember seeing that video. But of course you got the Hitman that just came out. You got the Star Wars. was it Jedi, the newest one. Of course, like when you watch Digital Foundry, like on the most part, visual wise, pixel wise, yes, the Xbox come out on top because it's a more powerful console. But when they go to the performance, the PlayStation 5 wins by a slight bit. As far as maybe a 2 to 4 frame rate difference, in which is not gonna kill anybody. But let's just be real. Like the markers, we already know that the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PlayStation 5, and we already know about PlayStation 5 has a really fast SSD. So as far as performance wise, it's going to be neck and neck, man. Like whether if it's a 1 to 5 frame rate difference, man, like I don't think it's going to kill anybody. But when you start going to the 10, 15, 20, now that's a problem. Like majority of the stuff that I've been seeing as far as a difference on most of these multi-plat games is between 2 and 4 frames. And I don't know why we have to deal with this foolery that we're seeing in this YouTube community. Saying all types of names about Microsoft should get out the console biz. Why even try it anymore? And it's just the same old stuff, man. It's the same old stuff. It's just not me defending Microsoft because, like, I was on my way to make a extreme rant video about the decisions that they made yesterday. Like, I'm gonna call out any gaming company that will do something this ridiculous. This price hike of the Xbox Gold with no incentives behind that, and not only is a price hike, they doubled it. They priced it 100% times more than the original price. Like, how can anybody defend this? Even the most hardcore Xbox fanboys that eat, sleep, breathe Microsoft, that freaking word, Microsoft, Xbox underwears, Xbox bras. I'm pretty sure some of these dudes wear Xbox bras. Yeah, we got some of those fanatics out there. Like they was actually being highly critical of that decision that they made yesterday, and I was just wondering. Why nobody at Team Xbox, Greenberg, Phil Spencer, nobody was saying anything all day about the decision. Matter of fact, when they did that, whoever posted, I forgot the name of that article, but all the articles that they was talking about the change, the cost of the Xbox Live, the Gold, whatever, nobody put their name on the article. They just say Team Xbox. So they knew not to put their name on it because they knew that it was going to be a huge backlash. So they knew about this. They knew a backlash was coming. The deal with this is, why did they even try to do that? I didn't supposed to talk about that right now, but let me just finish about the fanboys, man. Don't let fanboys just discourage y'all from enjoying y'all consoles, man. Just don't. Like I've been playing a shitload of Xbox, man, this past month because I hadn't touched my PlayStation 5 in about a month. But of course, Game Pass is keeping me busy. Game Pass, of course, a lot of multi-plat games that came out during the holidays. I still been playing those. I was playing Cyberpunk, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait until that patch come. And man, that situation right there, man. Like, I know I don't know how many apologies they done gave us. Now they talking about it's going to be the later half of this year, possibly in the fall, that they going to give us the next gen patch. I don't know why it's taking so long, but it is what it is. I'm not going to rush them because all this rushing with Cyberpunk, 2077 coming out and people sending death threats because they keep delaying the game. Like if people are going to still send death threats because of the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 version it's not out, then I don't know what to say, and unless they want a same situation that the PS4 and the Xbox One got. Like it's just to a point that just wait until the game is done, man, because we do not want that shit that they gave us. Me personally, like I got on the Series X, so I didn't experience what the Xbox One and the PS4 owners got. I heard it ran worse on the PS4. I saw the clips, I saw the images, the videos. It was bad. It was it was very bad. So bad that CD Projekt Red got hit with multiple of lawsuits, and like honestly, this is why Microsoft went ahead and reversed that decision, because they do not want another backlash that CD Projekt Red did. I'm pretty sure they learned from other people's mistakes. But what y'all got in the chat? I'm not even reading the chat. What y'all got in the chat? It said Nick turning 40 this year. Damn, Nick old. Ha! He said the original Xbox was fun system. I got one for Christmas 2002. What's up, you skate night? I've been playing Mario Kart, Smash, Among Us, Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing. That's what's up. All right. All right, let's get some more people here. Let's if you hadn't liked it, please like the video, share. But yeah, fanboys, man. Like I'm just tired of this console war. That's why I had to let go certain people I used to associate myself around in this YouTube community, because it was just too much, man. It's too much. I'm actually cool with an extreme Xbox hater, but you know, we both got a mutual respect for each other. But when it comes to Xbox, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that situation, man. But you got people that will find ways to just criticize and make it seem that your preferred platform of choice is the worst ever in gaming history, and you at the same time be like, okay, it's your opinion, just keep it to yourself. That's the problem. A lot of people would not keep those thoughts to themselves because they just want to be toxic, and that's the problem in this YouTube community, or it's the problem in the social media. Like, you know, people just need to just keep certain things to themselves, because some people do take this serious. And I used to think that cyberbullying was, I used to make fun of cyberbullying. Like, I'm like, well, how can you even be bullied on the internet? Like, I don't understand. You don't know that person. But just consider how toxic the internet is. And, you know, I can understand why people be having suicidal thoughts, and why some people do commit suicide, because there's been numerous of stories that a bunch of kids, middle school, high school kids, even elementary school kids, was getting cyberbullied, and it made them to commit suicide or severely hurt themselves because of the toxicity that goes around online. And that's why, like I say, we have to separate ourselves from certain individuals, because, like, I'm a gamer. Y'all are gamers too that's listening, because if you wasn't a gamer, you wouldn't even be here. Like, we want some positivity. We want to just talk about games, have fun talking about it. What's wrong with that? Why we just can't have fun and talk about video games, even though if it's a console that you don't prefer to play on? Just respect somebody's opinion, whether you like it or not. Just respect. You know, I'm gonna respect your opinion. If you like Nintendo, I respect that. If you like Sony, I respect that. You know, it doesn't matter. If you like Xbox, I respect that. I'm majority of an Xbox dude, but I'm not gonna sit up here and make 1 million videos a day talking about why you should not play PlayStation 5, why you should not play Nintendo. Like me, I'm more trying to go into the business aspects of these gaming company pockets, talking about, oh, well, yeah, they can't do this because of this. You know, they don't have enough money to do this. I don't know what the hell they got. I'm not in their pocket. I'm not pocket watching. They are multi-billion-dollar companies. Well, Microsoft, multi-trillion-dollar company. I don't give a damn what they do, as long as they give us great games, give us great business practices, a good customer service. That's all I care about. That's all we care about as gamers, as consumers. But I don't want to go into the deep dive into their financial support. I don't do that. I'm not trying to poke fun at nobody. I ain't trying to throw shade at people. You know, there is a crowd for that loves to talk about financial support reports. And financial reports, it turns out to be a fanboy report. You know, when Digital Foundry talk about the resolution differences on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, yeah, it sparks fanboy awards. When they talk about the difference of frame rates on the consoles compared to one another, it flames a fanboy war. You know, like it is what it is, man, and that's the type of stuff. That's why some people be like, wouldn't we be better off if Digital Foundry wouldn't be here? Wouldn't we be better off if none of the gaming companies give us their financial reports or how much money they make or how much consoles that they sell? Because stuff like that is going to flame a fanboy war and a lot of toxicity. But like my answer to that is I really it's not their fault. I can't fault them from giving us their financial reports because that's what they do. They don't have to release it to the public, but it's just what they do. But like we all got to take some accountability of ourselves that we need to just chill out on this type of stuff, man. Like if you like what you see on a financial report, that's fine. Just be happy that your gaming company is doing well. Just because they're doing well, don't wish for death of the other company that you don't like. That's just very, very toxic. And Phil Spencer made a comment about that. About if there's something that would drive me out this gaming industry, that's the toxicity that's going around in the gaming community. About just because you like this platform, you want the other gaming platform to go out of business because you just hate it so much and you love that other platform. Like it drives me nuts. It drives these business executives nuts, and it's all about competition with these people. It's like you want PlayStation to be around if you're an Xbox gamer. You want Xbox to be around if you're a PlayStation gamer, and same with Nintendo. Because if we don't have any competition, we're gonna have the situation that we had with Nintendo back in the 80s. There was a bunch of monopolies going on. Nintendo was monopolizing everything, and by them doing that, it kind of severely tarnished some of their relationships that they had with third parties because of the restrictions that Nintendo had on certain games. And we know how Nintendo is when they, y'all know how strict they are. They very strict, and that's why Nintendo struggles to have day in, day out multi-plats that Sony and Microsoft have. And matter of fact, they're still not getting full support from EA. They're not getting full support from Take-Two. They're not getting full support from a lot of people. Square Enix, they get certain things. They don't get everything that Xbox and PlayStation get. I know some Nintendo gamers would love to get that, but it's just what Nintendo did in the past. It kind of backfired, and the reason why some of these companies are slowly trying to put games on their system is because the Nintendo Switch is a hit. It's selling really well, so that's why they're doing it. But they're still not getting full support because of what they did back in the day. Let's just be real. But in closing with this fanboy thing, like, man, just enjoy your consoles, man. Don't be going online telling people on how your Xbox or PlayStation or even Nintendo, they suck because you just hate them and whatever. Because all three platforms have good games. All three platforms has features that the other platforms that can learn from. Everybody can learn from one another. We need all three companies so we can basically have a balance in this gaming industry. But I know a lot of y'all not gonna listen to me. A lot of y'all not gonna, take for what I'm saying because y'all so attached and y'all so married to your preferred platform of choice. Like I say, I'm 33, turning 34 in a couple of months. I'm too old for this shit. I'm fucking too old for this shit, man. I'm more focused on trying to get a business started and. Like this right here, this is just a hobby. This is just a hobby. And I wasn't lucky enough to make into a career like some people did on YouTube. I wasn't lucky enough. But it is what it is. I still would like to make videos and interact with some of y'all guys. But like I say, I'm not just going to just all of a sudden just stop what I'm doing and just go on the internet or go on my phone, whatever, and just be toxic all day over a fucking piece of goddamn plastic, man. Motherfucker. I'm trying my best not to go on extreme rant because it's a few individuals out there, people. I just want to say their names, but I'm not going to say it, man. It's just so much toxic going on, for real. Okay, let's go on from that. Danny says he's turning 33 this year. Oh, what's up, Danny? You turning 33? So I guess you must be class of 2006 if you about to be 33. I'm class of 05. Okay, so with the Microsoft situation that's going on, it's I don't even know how to explain this because it's like that when we got this announcement yesterday. I'm over here thinking that, somebody playing around. I'm over here thinking that, this was fake news and this and that. And when you think about it, like if it was fake news, then you will hear anybody that works from Team Xbox coming out to basically, debunk that, to be like, no, that's not true. It's fake. I wasn't too much worried about that. Nobody has said nothing until I think it was 10 o'clock my time last night. It was like 10 something. And I was like, wow, nobody said nothing all day. Xbox been quiet. And y'all know if y'all follow Xbox on Twitter, man, they is always active. I don't know who is in control of that Xbox account. They actually message people back and they're cool. I like going to the official Xbox Twitter because they always interact with people. That's something Sony and Nintendo don't do. And they do the same thing on their YouTube channel. They interact with their people. So that's why I respect Microsoft so much. They interact with their people. From whoever handling the Xbox official Twitter page or an official YouTube page. I don't know who it is, but they're doing a good job interacting with people. And that's what I like. Even the Xbox boss himself, Phil Spencer, interacts with a lot of guys. So I'm like, since Microsoft ain't saying nothing all day, Greenberg ain't saying nothing, Phil Spencer ain't saying nothing. Like, what the? Is this really true? Like, the person that came out with the article said Team Xbox. They didn't even put their name in there. I understand why they didn't put their name, because they did not want all the flame to be thrown at them. So I understand why they did that. But the backlash was so huge that Microsoft just went ahead and reversed their decision, because that wasn't going to be a good look for Microsoft. That was not going to be a good look for Microsoft. Because we already know that DRM situation with the Xbox One, that during that E3 situation, that was a very bad look for Microsoft. Because the way they showcased the Xbox One, they really didn't showcase it as a gaming machine. They showcased it as an entertainment machine and sports and movies. And that was a very bad look that really hunted them for the first 3 to 4 years. It was that bad. Seriously. And, they don't need another DRM situation. They do not need bad press. And I'm glad that Microsoft came out and said, no, we're not going to do that. Because stuff like that would have went on big name platforms, from CNN, from the New York Times, that stuff, announcement like that, it would have been on those big name sites, big name publishers. I'm glad that they went ahead and reversed their decision ASAP, because the criticism that they got, and I won't say a 24-hour period, I'll say within the 12-hour period, because they reversed that the same day, and I think they reversed it within 10 to 12 hours after they first announced it or something like that. But yeah, all the videos that I saw yesterday, the news articles and IGN, GameSpot, everybody was talking about it. Everybody said how bad this was. This is like one of the worst practices in gaming history because you doubling up a price of people playing online with no incentives attached to that. Okay, if you're going to double this up, then what games are you going to give me? What incentives are you going to give me? Some type of advantage playing online multiplayer? Like what? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. But there was nothing. They just double it for no reason. Like, I'm glad that they stopped that because if they would have went on with that, their original idea, Sony would have took notes. Let's be real, guys. Sony would have took notes. Nintendo would have took notes, and we would have got a price hike for no reason. And they're gonna say, you know what? Get over it. If you want Xbox Live, you want PlayStation Network, if you want the Nintendo Online, whatever you want to call that, like, get over it. Pay it. Thank Microsoft for doing that. They basically just messed up the market, with by increasing the price of their online. So since they doing that, I want a piece of that pie. Nintendo want a piece of that pie. Sony want a piece of that pie. So I'm glad that they did that because we know how Sony loves copying people. We know how they love doing that. And if they would have done that, I bet you Sony would have did the same thing within this year. Not next year, this year. Like, like one thing about Sony, they be in the corners, they be lurking, they be lurking at people so they can freaking just capitalize off of people's I guess you could say misery. Because one thing Sony loves to do, they love to go last. They love to go last, so the people that goes in front of them get ostracized. They get bad press. They always wait. They always wait. That's one thing I can give Sony. They always been patient when it comes to announcing. They always been patient when it comes to doing stuff like that. When they gave us that $10 price hike, with the PlayStation Network, I wasn't too fond of that. But I felt that there wasn't nearly as a big backlash that Microsoft is getting right now. But let's be real, it was only $10, and their online was only $50 at that time, and it's $60. But I had a problem because when you price your online at $60 alongside with Microsoft, you don't have the same, their infrastructure doesn't work as well as Xbox Live. So why did you price this the same as your competitors with obviously, in superior network, but there is no incentives attached to that. Like, only thing I can say about that is their monthly games has got better. So that's probably why there hasn't been a big backlash about why they increased their PlayStation Plus from $50 to $60. I could give them that. Their games, their selection of games in the beginning of the generation was not that good. Bunch of shovelware, indie stuff, stuff that people don't care about. People was like, when we gonna get like the big AAA games? Like, we paying for your shitty ass network. That's what some people say. I ain't say that. We paying for your shitty ass network, and we're not getting nothing in return. But lately, these past couple months, they have been on and giving us some really good quality, AAA games, and I do like that. But on Microsoft, on the other hand, like when you raise the price of the Xbox Live for no reason, no incentives attached to that, like just nothing, you doubling the price for no damn reason. Like, I still want an explanation. Why would you do that? No explanation at all. Nobody on the Xbox side of Twitter all day said a word. The official Xbox on Twitter is active all the time, but no word. So who okayed this? I don't understand. What do y'all guys think in the chat? What do y'all guys think? What made Microsoft to do this? This don't make no sense at all. What make them do this? What's up, Knuckles Media? Was it fans? What's up with you, man? What's up? I don't remember you being here. So, yeah, please hit that like button if you like what you're hearing. Please subscribe to this channel because I do want to do more of these type of videos with y'all guys, do some solo streams, get some Q&As. If you're listening, if you got some questions in the chat, just say it. I'll answer it. It's whatever. But like I said, man, who okayed this? It doesn't make sense. Who okayed this? Because, Phil Spencer has been active with the Xbox fans. They always talking about they want to have the best place to play games, have the best place to, I guess to have the best services, and they want to have the best price. They want to have the best, customer service. They basically want to have the best everything. But once you do something like that, man, even though y'all hurry up and reverse that, like, the damage has been done to, some people. But I still, commend Microsoft for hurry up and reversing that decision because, like I said, that could have been really, really bad. And they came out and they apologized about it. And that was a good thing. If you got to own up. You got to own up to your mistakes, man. That's why I like what they did. You own up to your mistakes. You apologize and move on. And not only they did that, I didn't talk about this yet. They finally, not yet. They hadn't done it yet. But they finally announced that they're going to make free-to-play games free. Because remember, on Xbox, you have to buy games. You have to have an Xbox Live account to play free-to-play games. Like Fortnite. I think Rocket League's a free-to-play game. Apex Legends. And, of course, the upcoming Halo Infinite that's coming out. Their multiplayer is going to be free. So how in the world can it be free if we have to pay for your service? So that's why a lot of people did not like that. And they was basically letting Microsoft know, hey, that's not even fair. Because Nintendo, of all companies, Nintendo don't even allow you to, you don't have to have a Nintendo account. You don't have to have a Nintendo online service to play Fortnite. Of all companies, Nintendo. Sony, you don't have to have a PlayStation Plus to play Fortnite. But while you have to have a subscription service with Xbox Live if the games was free to play, because if you had PC, of course, you don't have to, you on PC. Like, you don't have to, it's free. Let's just be real. You don't play Fortnite on PC for free? Well, it's free everywhere except Microsoft. So with all the backlash that they got yesterday, a lot of people did mention about the free-to-play aspect that a lot of people has been telling Microsoft they need to get rid of that. If people want to play Fortnite and it's supposed to be free online, stop, locking the Xbox Live. Stop putting that behind a paywall. You're locking it behind a paywall. That does not make sense. So I'm pretty sure Xbox heard everybody rant videos yesterday about that. Because a lot of us, we actually thought since Game Pass is the future, Game Pass is what they want everybody to have, then the Xbox games, with gold, that's going to have to cease to, it got to cease to exist. It got to go. Because, the monthly games we get from them is shitty. Okay, this month was cool, but that still does not justify doubling up the price of that. It does not justify it whatsoever at all. Like, it's just mind-boggling that they think it's gonna be cool with that. Like, me personally, I have a Game Pass. I get Ultimate. I got Game Pass Ultimate, so it does not affect me. But let's be real. Last time we checked, they announced they had over 15. It could be 20 million Game Pass users. But let's be real. There is more users out there, the Game Pass users, as far as Xbox Live. On Xbox, like Xbox One sold roughly about 50 million consoles and about 15 million or 20 million Game Pass subscribers. So you basically trying to force the rest of the 30 or maybe 40 million people to get Game Pass by doubling up the price of the games for gold. That does not make sense. That's very anti-consumer. It's unforgivable, but I guess we could forgive them this time since they hurry up and they reverse that decision ASAP before the end of the day. Because I think it was Greenberg. I think he was I'm not sure if he was the first to respond, but I think his tweet was the first that I saw that said there would not be any changes to that. And I'm trying to, when he said there would not be no changes to it, I'm over here thinking, okay, since you said there would not be any changes to the price of the membership, you're not saying that we wasn't planning to do it in the first place. 'Cause I was waiting for them to be like, okay, no, this was false. It was false claims. It was clickbait. You know, the articles was wrong. But no, they didn't say anything about that. They basically gave us, you know, maybe a 2 to 3 paragraph explaining, you know, and being very sorrowful and apologizing about that, and they owned up to it and they said, hey, we messed up. We messed up. I'm not sure if I saved that. Let me see if I saved it. I don't know. I don't think I saved it. I was gonna read it out. No, I don't got it. But yeah, like they said they messed up and they own up to it and they explain what. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. That's not it. But anyway, like I said, they own up to it before the day was over with, and I commend them for it. I appreciate them doing that because yes, y'all heard they heard us out all this the complaining, the criticism, people had the pitchforks out. They was ready to go to war with Microsoft, and they did not want that smoke. They did not want that smoke, and this is why we have to vote with our wallets. This is why we have to voice our opinions. Just because somebody say your voice don't matter, that is not true. Because when you get your voice and other people's voice, and it's gonna turn to 10 people, it's gonna turn to 30 people, 50 people, 1,000, a million people. It's gonna grow. And once people figure out, hey man, I can't control this crowd, man. They been serious. They said they're not gonna play that shit. They said we're gonna switch over to PlayStation Network. Like, we have to do something right now. So that's why they hurry up and reversed that decision last night before the end of the day. Because a lot of people, they even made polls about people's gonna switch over. I think like 50% of the poll, they say Xbox guys said they switch over to PlayStation because they say it doesn't make sense. Because let's be real, majority of the people that buys Xbox plays online games, and it doesn't make sense, paying double for no damn reason. So you might as well go and get the PlayStation Network and play your online game, or just go on PC and play for free, because it does not make any sense. So that's why I said I'm glad that they reversed the decision. I'm glad that I don't really have to go any further about this, but this had to be a lesson learned from Microsoft and other people that think that they can get away with trying to milk us out of money for no reason at all. Like, this should be a lesson learned from y'all. I heard y'all. I hope that y'all learned y'all lesson from this. And people like EA, yeah, don't you even dare do shit like this, because we know how y'all are. This is why I don't really support y'all like that. But it is what it is, man. So what do y'all guys think in the chat? What do y'all guys think? Trill said, real, you're going to be playing Cyber Shadow and Xbox Game Pass next week. That 100 tweet was. Hey, actually, Cyber Shadow looks kind of cool. One thing about Game Pass, I've been playing a bunch of indies lately on Game Pass because there's some really good indies out there. It really is. I've been right now I'm playing. I beat The Messenger last week, and it was this other indie game. I forgot the name of it, but it was like a Metroidvania type of indie game, and the main character is a maid or something like that. It's pixelated, 16, 32-bit game, but it was really fun. I beat that. And right now I'm playing. Was it Hollow? Was it Hollow something? What's the name of that game? Hollow something. Hey, how the hell I forget the name of that game? Oh, Hollow Knight. Yeah, that's what it is. Hollow Knight. Yeah, I'm playing that right now, and that game that's a long game. That game is so long. I had to set it down for a few days and had to get on my backlog of other games, because that game is long. A game like that is worth playing. That game has so much content for an indie game, and I understand why it sold so well. I understand why it received so well, because the music in that game is great. I love the upgrade mechanics. I love the boss battles. Like that's like probably the biggest indie game I ever played. Like a little, side scroller. It's really big. I believe it has between 30 and 40 hours of gameplay. If you want to complete everything, I'd probably say about 50. But yeah, that's pretty big for an indie game. Like seriously, like Cyber Shadow looks pretty cool. I'm going to definitely cop that bad boy next week because I'm enjoying indie games, and plus I like achievements, and I'm an achievement hunter. And I think I done picked up over 4,000 achievements this month because, there's some indie games that, like, even though I don't really care about the game, but the indies the achievements was so easy to get. And I was like, okay, I'll play it. I play for the achievements. And, and that's why I'm at 4,000 right now. I'll probably be at 5,000 probably sometime this week because I've just been playing my Xbox a lot. And thanks to Game Pass, the best deal in gaming, I have a reason to own an Xbox. I have a reason to like Xbox because like a service like that, Sony or Nintendo won't even dare doing that, putting their games on their day one. They won't dare having all these big name publishers putting their big AAA games on their platform. I don't know if Sony's gonna do it, but I don't know. Maybe Sony be like, you know what, our game still sells well, so there's no point of us doing that. That's one thing I can't say about Sony because their games do sell well. On average, like I say about 10, 12 million when it comes to their big name games like The Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man, Uncharted. And their games do sell very well. So I don't know. Do they need to do it? I don't know. I don't know their pockets, but would a subscription service do them well? I don't know. It depends on how much they're trying to charge. All right, what else y'all got? What else y'all got in the chat? They should have did in the industry needs something bad like that to happen to wake the gamers up. Yeah, wake their asses up, man. Because shit like that is not tolerated, man. It's not tolerated at all, for real. The last time gamers stood up was 2013 with DRM. Why can't they do it now for $7 games and paying online? Why? When it comes to, I don't know, man. Because I feel that when it comes to Sony and Xbox, I feel like that's a double standard and a bit biased when it comes to stuff like that. Because I feel like if Xbox do something like that, it will be hell to pay with Xbox. And there's going to be a big backlash with Xbox. But when Sony does stuff, I feel like that the backlash don't be as big as I thought it was going to be. Because with the price hike of the new generation games from $60 to $70, I really feel that there was no backlash. The price hike of the PlayStation Plus, I feel like there was no backlash. I just feel like PlayStation, they just capitalize off of people. Like, whatever people does, they capitalize off their mistakes. They do. They do it in a good way, and they do it in a bad way. And they do it good, and they get away with it. I'm just going to be real. They get away with it. So why $120 on Xbox free on PC with game? That you know what? That's a really good question, and that's what people, if it wasn't for Game Pass, then if I was just a Gold member, only, then I would probably say I'll probably be wanting the same thing. I was like, why on PC they play for free? I'm playing them online. I'm playing together with people that's on PC, but I'm the one that's supposed to pay. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So that's why they have to bite the bullet. They have to humble themselves and get rid of that, that paid wall, for, free online games, the Fortnites and the Rocket League. So they have to get rid of that because people was basically bringing that up. Be like, hey, since you charging $120, you need to get rid of, that freaking paid wall in which the game is supposed to be free online, but you charging people to play a free game online. That does not make sense. That does not make sense at all, for real. So with all the backlash, I'm glad they're getting rid of it. I'm glad they're getting rid of it. As far as charging people charging people, on console, but the PC guys is free. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I will say it's unfair. It's unfair. It not only is unfair that PC guys it has an advantage on frame rates if they play together because some of these games are crossplay, playing people on PC. They have a advantage, and not only they have an advantage performance wise, they have an advantage price wise because they don't have to pay nothing to play and beat your ass online. Like what kind of shit is that? That don't make sense at all, man. They got an advantage. They got a price advantage and they got a performance advantage to beat your ass online. So yeah, that don't make sense at all, man. It's very weird. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Frozen Magma said, "Real, did you see that Returnal game? They charged $70 for a house marquee game. This game, like Dead Nation, Resogun, Matterfall, and Nex Machina. What is that? I don't know what that is. They were either like $30 and below. I don't really know what to say about these games. That's gonna be $70. Man, it's already expensive as hell. I really don't understand why would a price hike the games going forward, and the gaming industry is basically like probably the biggest entertainment industry in the world, in which it is the biggest entertainment industry, and they make way more money than Hollywood. They make way more money than the music industry. They make way more money, hell, even than the porn industry. I don't know about porn. I don't know about that one, man. Like, God, they y'all some horny ass people, man. But, I don't really know how to explain that because if you got something really good going your way, stop being greedy. Because first of all, I didn't understand why Microsoft would okay something like this in the middle of a pandemic, knowing that a lot of people was not going to be happy about that. And that's the same way how I feel about price hiking games during the pandemic. Like, I hate to use that as an excuse, but hell, I'm a victim of unemployment. I'm not working right now. A lot of people are victims. Like, work is kind of sparse right now. Because this whole COVID thing, people scared to go out the house, people scared to hire people. Like, that's why I'm trying to do my own thing right now. That's why I'm a hustler right now. I'm trying to be an entrepreneur right now. So I don't think that was the best move for the gaming industry to price hack, the next gen games to $70. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Because some of these games, I'll be waiting for a price, a price cut. Returnal, I don't see myself spending $70 day one on a lot of these games unless I really want that game. That's why I'm so invested into my Xbox Game Pass, because all their games, Xbox game is day one. Day one. Like you ain't gotta go to the store and buy. From what I heard, there's supposed to be like 30 exclusives supposed to come out this year from AA, AAA, and little indie games that's supposed to come out exclusively to the Xbox ecosystem this year. And that's wonderful, man. Like that is awesome. You talking about you saving thousands upon thousands of dollars just by subscribing to Game Pass, paying $15 a month. Like just do the math here, man. Like Game Pass is the future, man, whether you like it or not. Some people is against it for some reason. I really don't know why would you be against this practice that benefits us. I really don't understand. That's why I'm like, are y'all in the pockets? Why y'all gotta be in the pockets of these executives? If they're making profit, and and we feel that they're giving us really good customer service. We feel that your service is very consumer friendly. The price of the Game Pass, whatever subscription service it is very consumer friendly because it's very high quality. Why the hell would you even be against it? Like I don't want to. Like I don't understand some of these people, man. You got YouTube channels dedicating to shit on Game Pass. I don't understand this. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. What else I got? He said, I think the reason they are at $70 because PS4 new games will release, and next thing you know, they are in the bargain bin in a few weeks. Well, that's Sony's fault. That's Sony's fault. When you devalue your games, see, like that's Sony's doing that. When you do that, when you sell these games, and all of a sudden you're giving a $40 price cut, talking about $19.99 for a game that's sold over 10 million. No. You don't devalue your games like that, and that's why I respect Nintendo as a consumer standpoint. I hate that I have to spend $55 for a pre-owned game that's been out for years, like Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2, like all these big name games, Mario Odyssey. Why these games are still priced at $60, but if you want a pre-owned, they're like $55 or maybe $50. One thing about Nintendo as a business, I respect on how they value their IPs. So, I guess they don't value. I guess Sony don't value their IPs like Nintendo does. Same with Microsoft; they don't value their IPs like Nintendo does. So I don't think I could say I could just place the blame on them for lowering the cost of their games. Like as far as Nintendo, like you know how people be like, well, I'm gonna wait till like 6 months to a year. I'll give them in the bargain bin. When it comes to Sony, and Microsoft. But when it comes to Nintendo, people be like, well, I'm gonna get it anyway because it's never going down on price. It ain't never going down on price. I'm over gonna buy it right now. So, like I say, that's up to them. Quantum said the price hike on the games never made any sense. There's no need to pay more than $50 for a game. Also, separating content from the disc as paid DLC is wrong too. Yeah, I used to have problems with that. Having games locked behind a paid wall, and we already know how EA is, loot boxes, and what was that shit? What game was that I was playing? Talking about if you want to, I think it was Dead Space 1 and 2 or something like that. I enjoyed both games. I really did. Dead Space 3, I couldn't even beat the game because I didn't like that. The way they was going with that. But like if you want to get some upgrades and stuff, you can buy and upgrade your stuff without playing the game even more. Like that right there, it bothers me. Like you're not a gamer. Like you basically putting this shit upgrades behind a paid wall. Like you can still upgrade throughout playing the game. You might have to play 1 or 2 times. Just to get fully upgraded, maybe a third time to get what you want. But if EA, they like, hey man, if you don't want to beat this game twice or 3 times to get what you want, here it is, here that. You want this upgrade here? It's $3. You want that upgrade? That's another $3. If you want the whole combination, you want all of them. Here's a bundle for $19.99. Like that's outrageous, man. That's outrageous, man. Like shit like that freaking pisses me off. It really does. That pisses me off just like loot boxes pisses me off. Like that shit right there it's anti-consumer. Because matter of fact, when you do stuff like that, you're not a real gamer. You're fake, you're phony, and you're a fraud. I'm just call it, like it is. He said, I think if Sony kept their games higher price like Nintendo, they would probably sell more, hence not a need to raise the price to $70. Yeah, like I say, as a consumer, in me, I'm happy I get these games in the bargain bin. Since I ain't got to pay more. But if I was a business executive, I'd be looking at, what? Nintendo makes so much money off of their games. Like, they don't even have to give price cuts, and their games are still at $60, and they still sell throughout the generation. Mario Kart, $60 sell throughout the generation, selling 20, 30, 40 million copies. Legend of Zelda still on the top 10 charts, selling over 20 million, still the same price. Mario Odyssey, almost 20 million copies sold, still $60, still selling at the same price. Like I say, it's up to these business executives. They maybe, like I say, they don't hold their IPs as valuable as Nintendo. But me personally, I would like for them to value their games more. But as a paid consumer, you be like, hey man, I get to save money. So it is what it is. It is what it is on that point. So Nintendo needs to bring back Player's Choice. That was their version of the Game of the Year edition of their games with price cut $29.99 after the 2 to 3 year release. Oh yeah, talking about the Player's Choice or was it like Nintendo Select, something like that? Honestly, I doubt they'll do that. The way the Switch is selling, I doubt it. Like, just look at the fact that the Switch lacks a bunch of features. Hell, if you want to go online and chat with people online, you still got to use a stupid fucking cell phone. Like, how ridiculous is that? Netflix is still not on the Switch. Netflix is still on the freaking 3DS, I think. And it's still on the Vita, I think. But it was, the Vita and the 3DS, it launched with Netflix. But why the Switch, your most popular console of all time, don't even have fucking Netflix? Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. So, do you think some Star Wars games will be better made and published from Japanese company like Sega Star Wars games? Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. Star Wars games be better. Well, I'll tell you what, it's better published without EA. Yeah, I'm glad that Disney took away their exclusivity, with EA, because the Battlefront series 1 and 2, what they did was that's how we got this controversy with the loot boxes and the pay to win. Like, that was bad. That was some lawsuits going on with that as well too, because that was ridiculous. And we already know how EA is. EA is no stranger to bad business practices, and that's why I do not pay money day one on EA games. Like, I used to be big into Madden. Like, sports games alone, it ain't just Madden, NBA 2K, like Major League The Show. I do not like paying $60 every fucking year for a updated roster. I think sports games is the worst business practice in the damn gaming industry, because there's really no difference. Each year, there's no difference. The only reason we got a difference this year is because the generational leap. That's the only difference I see. But as far as the difference of the game, no, everything's the same. Physics is still the same. The roster is different. That's it. I don't know. I used to be big into sports games, but I'm like, there's no way I'm going to pay $60 again for the exact same fucking Madden game from last year. So I'm going to just keep playing Madden from whatever. I think it's been about 7 to 8 years since I purchased a Madden game. He said Netflix is not on 3DS, but I think the Wii U haven't. But I think Netflix used to be on 3DS, I believe. I know it's asking a bit much, but have a little faith. There may be a revival of Player's Choice, Nintendo Select, and some. I don't know, man. I wouldn't hold my breath, man. The way the Switch is selling, the way their software is selling, Nintendo is breaking records, and it's the old saying that, when you're on top of the world, like, you don't even give a damn. And, but I guess with that situation, there's been some moments that when you're on top of the world, when you do so great, like, you start to lose focus on what you are truly good at. You lose focus on your fan base, and that's what happened with the Sony PS3. They lost focus on their fan base, they freaking priced that PS3 at $600. That was wow. Damn, I think that was the worst gaming practice in the history of gaming. $600? Wow. But they learned from that mistake. They turned it around. But you just because your previous generation of console did so well doesn't mean you have to shit on your fan base when the next generation, come about. Like with the PS2 was probably the most selling console of all time. They had so much great games. PS3 don't even hold a candle to the PS2. They did so much, less than what the PS2 had. Like their business practices got worse, their customer service got worse because they give it down. They made so much money off of it, but reality did hit them badly because people was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the Xbox 360, and the Xbox 360 was doing very well, and Sony was like, hold on, man, we got to do something. So they changed what they did. It's that arrogant attitude. You have to get rid of that arrogant attitude, and I really hope Nintendo would not have a very bad attitude, being very arrogant and feel that they're on top of the world, nobody can touch them, whenever their next console come out. Or maybe it could be a Switch revision, it could be a new generation of console. It's definitely gonna be a handheld console. I don't see Nintendo just going back into doing a regular console. I don't really see it. I really do not see it. But yeah. You saw I'm not a sports person. It says it's great to catch a live stream again. Hope you and your wife or children doing well. Yeah, I appreciate that, Connor. I really appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna start doing more of this because I need to interact with y'all guys. I need to get my YouTube channel back to where it was. My subscriber count is not the same no more. I lost a lot of subs. Some people still subscribe to me, but not getting notified because of, this whole YouTube algorithm, all this BS that's going on. But yeah, I'm about to wrap this bad boy up. Matter of fact, if you're not following me on my Discord, I'm about to put it on the chat in a second. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. So here's my Discord. I'm not sure if, hold on. God dang it, that's not it. Jesus Christ, that's not it. Give me a second. Okay. Invite members. Okay, here it is right there. All right, there's my Discord right there. Yeah, I want to do more of that. I need to get more people on my Discord chat because I need to do more. I need to do more. And like I said, I apologize to y'all guys for basically being a no-show this past 2 to 3 years because like the only time I do videos is if I'm doing like the Real Talk podcast or whatever. But I'm trying to make some changes. Y'all know I'm majority of an Xbox dude, and I would like to do an Xbox podcast. And yes, I know some of y'all got the Nintendo dudes and some of y'all got the PlayStation dudes. If I have enough time, I still would like to do my Real Talk podcast that we talk about everything. But I would like to do only an Xbox podcast. I'm still looking for the individuals that would like to join me. But first, I need to get content on my channel again, and I need to get more traction to my channel before I start doing all that. So that's why I say I really, appreciate the likes and the shares, whatever. If you are new to this, please subscribe to this channel, whatever. And I guess before I get up out of here, he said, damn, Nick, you late as hell. But yeah, since you're in the chat, Nick, are you trying to do the podcast tomorrow? Because I still want to do the Real Talk podcast tomorrow. Because he said, damn, I napped through this whole thing. Yeah, you did. Even though you said we ain't going to do another podcast until like 2022. So there you go. You in damn face, Nick. So great to see you in the chat. Helped Nintendo wouldn't wait that long, given the popularity of the Switch and their games. They will see the value in players' choice. Nintendo Select. Yeah, I would love for them to do that. But does it make sense business wise? No. But does it make sense? What's the word I'm looking for? Fanfare. Yes, like you want to interact with your fans. You want your fans to be appreciative. You want to appreciate your fan base. Like when you do stuff like that, you'll keep your fans alongside with you. You got to do stuff like that to treat your fans and let them know, hey man, I appreciate your ongoing, business, and I just want to do this. Talking about gratitude. I really appreciate that. You say I can, but I get off of work at 4. Oh, okay. I'll see what I can. Oh, at 4, that's 6 o'clock. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, that's fine. I try to get some set up for tomorrow, Nick. That's fine. Do a little podcast. So it would be great to see an Xbox centric podcast, especially with new games on the way. You have plenty to talk about. Hope you get it started soon. Yeah, man. Like there's so much good things about Xbox, and I like this. This news did not help. Like with the acquisition of Bethesda, and Bethesda got a bunch of great studios with machine games. You got the Tango games. Y'all know I love Tango, especially with the Evil Within. I believe they're doing that Ghostwire Tokyo right now. Supposed to be an exclusive to the PlayStation. I think it's time. It has to be a time exclusive. Because of course that Bethesda, well, technically it doesn't belong to Xbox yet because the deal hasn't been finalized yet. But yeah, they got really great studios, Bethesda, and and not only that, like let's don't forget the acquisitions of the other studios like Compulsion. You got the what's the one that's doing Perfect Dark? Is that the Initiative? I'm not sure if that's the Initiative. And of course, you got Playground Games. They bought that. They doing the Fable. So they even before the whole Bethesda thing, like I was already happy that they bought some studios and we actually getting some games and and with the whole Rare thing, they just basically became the number one. I won't say number one yet, but as far as number one studios, they got more studios than Nintendo and Sony. But yeah, as far as the quality goes, we just gonna have to stay tuned and see, and if we can still get that vintage Bethesda quality games, because we already know how that Wolfenstein Youngblood went. We know how that Fallout 76 went, and that did not go too well with a lot of gamers. But overall, we know that they are a capable studio, and they have a lot of great developers. So the Medium is on its way out for the Xbox Series X. Maybe you could cover the game for an inaugural Xbox Central podcast. The Medium might be something worth discussion on stream. Yeah, it's worth it. I do got I got a couple people in mind to do an Xbox podcast, but I got to set a time and date. Mr. T comes into mind because he's an Xbox dude. He likes the Xbox. He'd rather play Xbox than Sony, and just getting him on board. I got to catch him because he's busy. He's a teacher. He got kids himself. We've been trying to do our retro podcast for a while. So I know T. He's an Xbox dude, and Zen Gamer, he's an Xbox dude. He's cool when we talk about Xbox, but not the other stuff. But like I said, man, I'm gonna try to find some other people that we can do an Xbox centric podcast, because I honestly feel that we'll get more views if we could just talk about one thing. It is what it is. Like it's kind of strange in the YouTube streets. It's just kind of strange. If you like if you what's that word? What's that word if you play all consoles? A neutral gamer. If you're a neutral gamer, you don't really get the respect that you deserve, because people you got to pick a side, man. Let's just be real. Being a neutral gamer is not that. It's not going well in the YouTube streets, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Jalen? What's going on, buddy? Dude, Jalen, what the hell, dude? I've been trying to call you. Your Facebook I think it's deactivated. It won't let me message you. I've been what's going on? Are you all right? I'm glad that you're alive. I appreciate the $5, buddy. I really do appreciate that. So what's up, Jalen? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Talk to me, man. Man, I thought something really happened to you, man, because I know you was going through your issues and other stuff, man. I thought something really happened to you, man. I'm glad that you're still alive, buddy. Seriously, man. You got us worried for a second, man. I'm glad that you said something. I'm glad that you're doing good, man. I'm glad, dude. I just mentioned you the other day. I was like, man, I'm really concerned about Jalen. What's going on with the guy? But yeah, I'm glad that you're doing good. I don't know if it's social media that got you, the way, the whole thing. But if you got to stay away from social media to cool your head and get rid of all that toxicity, you do what you got to do, man. But yeah, man, keep in touch. Keep in touch. Keep in touch. But I'm glad that you messaged me, man. I really thought something happened to you, man, for real. But yeah, you came at the wrong time because I'm about to end it. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate everybody coming out. And like I said, I'm gonna do more of these, solo live streams to interact with y'all guys. And I will try to look for some Xbox dudes. So I really do want to do an Xbox centric podcast. I'm not. We're still doing the Real Talk podcast. We talk about all the games. But yeah, I will keep y'all informed about that. I'm not sure when, but we still gonna do our other podcasts, and I want to just keep in touch with y'all guys. And like I said, it really does help me if y'all like and share the video and get some other people here, because I would like to grow this channel once again. So I guess after that, I'm going to get up out of here, guys. And I really appreciate everybody for interacting with me. I didn't really have many people here today, but I'm still glad, I'm, grateful that y'all was interacting in the chat. I really appreciate that, man. So, yeah. And, that is Jaylen in the chat, Nick. So, yeah, y'all come to the Discord and talk. I'm about to get off. Come to the Discord. And if you're not following me on Discord, I'm gonna go ahead and put my Discord in the I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat one more time before we leave. Please follow me on my Discord. I'm always active on there all the time. All the time. Let me see. Let me try to find it. Okay, invite. All right. There's my Discord. Okay. So, yeah, come to my Discord, and we will continue on this conversation. And like I say, people, appreciate y'all guys for coming out, and I will see y'all in the next ride. Peace out.